Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, to honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. And in the video through the Spirit, your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, modern day Madness Prophecies. You know, a lot of shit going on. Hey, Trump's America is it's not so nice to you people. It's not so nice, right? You know, he's doing his tariff thing right now, right? Matter of fact, let me see something. All right, so I had to go get a couple more clips. So your man's DJ Trump, you know, he has people all bent out of shape, but this is all good. You know, we're not fretting, right? Him doing these things, pissing people off, makes things better for us. So let me come back here. Right, this is one of them. Says Texas bill would make identifying as a T-gen a felony punishable by death. Wouldn't that be something? Says according to reports, a Texas bill can make it a felony for T-folk to mis-ID their sex on official documents. Potentially leading to jail time. Up to 2 years in jail and a $10,000 fine. Republican Representative Tom Oliverson. How about that? Y'all? Let's come up top. It says President Trump warns monster nukes could end the world tomorrow. What group of people have been out here telling you that nuclear missiles are biblical prophecy and they will touch down in this country? It says according to reports, Trump warned that nuclear weapons are humanity's biggest threat and could end the world as he pushes for arms control talks with Russia and China. We spend a lot of money on nuclear weapons. The level of destruction is beyond anything you can imagine, he said in a wide-ranging interview. It's just bad that you have to spend all this money on something that, if it's used, is probably the end of the world. Why are all these conversations being had? Why is there all this tumult in the world? Does this look like the time of peace? I don't think so. Doge cancels $600,000 grant for study on menstrual cycles in T-men. U.S. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins announced the cancellation of $600,000 in federal grant intended to fund a study on menstrual cycles in T-folk. Fucking crazy. They needed to get rid of that. And I got one more. It says Ontario will tariff electricity going to 3 United States on Monday, including Michigan. And of course, you know, hey, we out here in the D. You know, brothers is all right so far, right? And Ontario Premier Doug Ford announces a 25% tariff on electricity exports to Michigan, New York, and Minnesota. Right? Hey, these things will only increase. Countries warring. Right now, we're having a trade war. Eventually, that will turn into real war. Right? The leaders of these countries putting more oppressive measures upon its citizens. Where do you find all these things? What book is telling you about these things? What group of people are telling you about these things, y'all? Come on now. This is prophecy's sake. Just staying up to date in the news so you know what's going on. Matthew 24. What does it say? What time is this the beginning of? Matthew 24. And I'm gonna start at, we'll go 6 through, oh shit, sloppy, y'all. Back up a little bit, there we go. It says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so these things have to come to pass, y'all. And it is prophesied. And yes, we are doomsday prophets. And if these things offends you, you need to pray to the Lord for a spirit of power and of a sound mind, not one of fear. For nations shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings, or are the beginning of sorrows. What we're seeing in this world is the beginning of sorrows. Food prices rising to astronomical rates. Complete civil unrest, right? We're getting to the point now, y'all, and boy, you better, just step outside with a fishing net, a spear, and a goddamn bear trap, right? Not for catching bears, but a clean animal, because they pricing people out of house, home, and liberty, as it's called. Cars unaffordable, houses unaffordable, food unaffordable. What do you think people are gonna turn to, y'all? Everybody doesn't have $15 to go get a pack of eggs. It's gonna result in chaos. You're gonna have internal fighting with the citizens and the leaders, and you're gonna have nation to nation fighting. All right. Hey, don't forget that there's a whole war still going on between Russia and Ukraine. Right. It's easy to forget living in the comfortability of a first world country, but these things are still very real in other places. We just had this happen last night, literally, or early morning. It says Moscow struck by massive barrage of drones in largest attack of Ukraine war. I believe I've seen it in other places 337 to be exact. Hang on, right here. I'm gonna just let this play. Yep, this just happened not too long ago. Let's see. Let's do that one.
A massive Ukrainian drone strike on the Russian capital overnight. According to Russian state media, defense forces intercepted more than 300 drones fired at Russia, with 91 of them specifically targeting the Moscow region. Officials say one person was killed and several others wounded. The attack unfolded just hours before critical talks between the US and Ukraine on ending the war with Russia. That meeting in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, is set to begin in less than 2 hours. And it comes less than 2 weeks after the last US-Ukraine meeting at the White House.
Yep, hey, you had this meeting where it was hot talks. And they're not going to broker a deal of peace and then things go back to normal. Even if, they can say, oh, let's do a ceasefire. Man, something's going to happen. How do we know that? We just read the prophecies, y'all. War will be the end result of all that's going on in the East and between Russia and the Ukrainian boys. That's the prophecy. That's how this wraps up. That's why we're seeing it happen in the world. It's not going to turn up and then turn down and disappear. All things are ramping up slowly but surely. And this is one of the prophecies that we're looking for that let us know that we are close to things being wrapped up.
Ended quite badly. This time, Volodymyr Zelensky is not expected to take part in the actual talks with the US, but the Ukrainian president is in Saudi Arabia meeting with the Crown Prince. The top American diplomat says he wants to know what concessions Ukraine would be willing to make, adding that these talks will be key in determining whether the US will lift its pause on military aid and intelligence sharing. CNN's Claire Sebastian's following all of these developments, joins me here now in London. Claire, let's get to that massive drone attack we saw images of there in Moscow overnight. I guess the timing of this, unlikely to have been a coincidence with these talks set to get underway in less than 2 hours.
Yeah, Christina, look, we haven't officially heard anything from Ukraine on this very large barrage of drones, some 337 in total, shot down in various different regions, 91 over the Moscow region, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. Ukraine hasn't said anything, but I think, as you say, timing is hardly coincidental, coming ahead of these critical talks in Saudi Arabia. It was a fairly disruptive, not to mention destructive attack, one death. It's pretty rare to see deaths from Ukrainian drone attacks as far away from the Ukrainian border as this. I think there's only ever been one other in Moscow, and that was last September. So definitely noteworthy disruption as well, with airport closures and delays to flights there. And I think this is potentially from Ukraine a way of sending a message. Their long-range drone program is something that has been homegrown, that has proven extremely effective in this war. And
So you're seeing, it's just the results, some of the aftermath, right? These things are only going to continue.
My experience.
Until eventually we get to full-blown war. All right, so let's get the next couple. All right, and hey, things are going down abroad, and things are going down domestically. Right, I got you know what? Let me get that's what I remember now. You see, Canada is doing the energy wars. Well, Amalek is doing the same damn thing to the Ishmaelites, in which it just goes to show you this guy Esau, he likes to rule through oppression. That's how he gets down. Matter of fact, that's why when you take away a nation's or a people's ability to provide for itself, right, you're essentially killing them. That's the whole point of, overtaxing for this, overtaxing for that. They're trying to bleed you out, and the Americans are fucking feeling it. Let me get what was that, Sirach 30? Let me just get this real quick, right? Sirach 34 and 21, right? Hey, making eggs cost 10 times more than they used to. There's certain people out here hurting, y'all. They can't get no more food. If you can't feed your nation, that's how bodies drop. Sirach 34 and 21. The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. Right? So when you're fucking up somebody's house and home, essentially, son of a bitch, essentially you're killing them. That's the point of high taxes. That's the point of, blockades, keeping shit from being traded, and cutting off electricity to starve people out. It's a war tactic.
As well. Breaking news! Israel has cut off the electricity for all of Gaza, which allows water to be desalinated, as well as stop all foreign aid coming in. The United Nations has condemned Israel for using starvation as a means of warfare. The Palestinian genocide continues as a ceasefire extension is in the works. Breaking news! Israel
using starvation as a form of warfare, y'all. This ain't nothing new. This is real war tactics. All right, not everybody out here is voting and hitting a turn signal, right? You have real countries in real war, and these things right now they seem foreign and far away, but soon it's going to touch us. What I mean when I say us, I'm referring to those of us here in America. People have gotten too damn comfortable here. It says Gaza's electricity crisis. For the 2 million people in Gaza Strip, electricity is a luxury since Gaza only power grid shut down in April. The besieged strip is relied on feeder lines from Israel and Egypt. Right. That's why I just brought that scripture out, y'all. Fucking with somebody's bread is fucking with their life. That's a tactic of war. And we're only going to see it increase till it gets to us. Let me see. Right here, hey, Job 20. And this is one of the tactics of Esau Edom. This is why the nations are ready to go to war with him. They're sick of being his lapdog. And specifically America, right? Everybody's tired of America's shit. Job 20 and 19. Because he hath oppressed the poor and hath forsaken the poor. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor. Because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. You have those Amalekites in there trying to take a land that doesn't belong to them. Right now, it doesn't belong to those Ishmaelites either. Don't get that twisted. But this is the common methodology of Edom. Show up, kill, take, oppress. Flush you out, right? Set you up, cash you down. That's his MO. Alright, so let's come back. You have that shit going on the outside. What's going on inside? How are the people faring here?
They came for real.
Yeah, we have to just come check, make sure everything's okay.
He thought, what you do?
Did you call the police?
Yeah,
Why?
I told my mommy to go to jail
Why do you want mommy to go to jail?
because I beat her. Because they're just being bad to me.
Why is she being bad to you?
Because her doing silly stuff to me.
What's she doing to you?
Or just keep on doing me.
She hate you, or is it because you didn't get ice cream yet?
I didn't get ice cream.
So is that why you're upset?
Yeah, that's why I didn't get no ice cream.
No, it's so hard to yell at them.
A police, yeah.
So no calling.
Ain't nothing funny about this.
Is he okay?
What do you call for?
Uh,
his ice cream. You ate his.
Hello, come and get my mommy.
Okay, what's going on?
Come get my mommy.
Do you know your...
Hello.
Hi, what's going on over there?
Oh, this little one got the phone and he's 4.
Okay.
And we're trying to catch him because he said he was going to call 911. No, I just called the police and I just told her to come and get my mommy. And I just told her and I just had to get my mommy and I just told her to put her to jail. So leave me alone.
So this little Jake kid, called the police on his mom, yo. Y'all, what does this go to show? We don't have any power here. She could have really been under the threat of if he would have, really started acting up, didn't come to his little senses, right? She could have they would have really carted her off to fucking jail, y'all. All right, and the point of this one, you don't have power here. Even if they are your children, even if they're fucking 4, your 4-year-old can call the police and them boys will come roll up and show up. And if you don't have a good excuse, they gonna snatch you the fuck up. They smile. That motherfucker don't get no ice cream. That motherfucker gonna get a belt across his head. And most of the comments, older Jake is agreeing. It says the whooping I would have got don't make no sense. Right, look, this is not cute or funny to me at all. I'm sorry. Yup. I would have been tore up. Yup. This shit ain't funny, y'all. But so even at 4 years old, your child subconsciously, we all understand that the so-called white man is in power. His system, even at 4 years old, that child knew that there is an authority that is higher than his mother to answer to, and he can use that to his advantage. Emotional over ice cream, a little fucking GMO demon. These are the kinds of things that are going on the inside of this land, y'all. Hey, this is not your rest. Hey, that's why. What does it say, Deuteronomy? Let me get you don't got no power here, and them kids ain't yours. Them kids is masses. Whether they came out from between your legs or not. Let me get where's that at? Where's it at? One second. There we go, right here. Verse 32, Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Right? And now literally this is dealing with our captivity, us being taken literal slaves, children and families separated, sold to different places. In today's time, that still applies. We have no authority over ourselves nor our little ones, right? So-called white man, a CPS to show up, right? Take them, family court, all that. Another nation is over us, and they have complete control over the children that you bear, male and female, regardless if you're married or not. And that little clip is evidence of that. So how free are you really? All right, got another one too. Go back, so you have that going on, right? And then I found this interesting, right? It says Elon Musk's family tree. We'll zoom in. Some bitch on the left, Justine William, right? 6 kids. Nevada, Vivian, Griffin, Kai, Saxon, Damien. Some thing down here, Siobhan, Strider, Azur, Arcadia, Seldon. Weird, goofy ass names. Married that bitch. Guess they didn't have no kids. This bitch up here, Grimes. XAA12, retard, man. Exa Dark Citadel, Techno Manicus. Right here, name not revealed. So I'm showing this to show you, Elon Musk, he got however many kids, right? 14 kids, right? He's not considered a deadbeat dad, right? He's not considered a baby mama maker, even though he didn't had children with these women, divorced them, right? Not with them no more, right? But since he's a so-called white man, right? It's no, you don't see people cursing him out or making fun of him, right? Or at least saying he's a no good piece of shit scumbag. But you go to Jake and what? You already know the deal. Nick Cannon's family tree, right? And Nick Cannon has, it looks like a little bit less children, 2 less children. But what is he considered? A baby mama maker. Black man can't, Dusty, can't control it. All them bywords and proverbs. It's a problem when we do it, but it's not a problem when they do it. So once again, what does this show you? That they are in power. They can breed and make all kinds of babies and try to, restore their race. But your black ass, you're supposed to pick one woman and die. In which Jake we don't do that any goddamn way, man. Jake, get around. That's what we do, right? That's how the Lord made us, and it's lawful. But we're villainized and demonized for it. Esau gets glorified and praised for it, but it's okay because ultimately we know this. This man, he's not going to be allowed to revive his dying population. All right, the Heavenly Father ain't going to give them success in that enterprise. Job 27:14, what does it say? Matter of fact, I'll start at 13. It says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with the power, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty." And what's his name? He is an oppressor. He's a Canadian South African, Elon Musk. His people, he's Amalekite, right? They're Edomites, right? But his folk originally from Canada, and they went down there to South Africa. Excuse me. They're oppressors. Every Edomite in South Africa are oppressors because they didn't. That's not their land, right? The Edomites who came over there, beginning with the Dutch, right? Dutch went over there, Germans went over there, right? French went over there. That's why those white Afrikaans, as they call themselves, many of them will literally have European last names. Going back to the first group over there was what? The Dutch Trading Company. Come on now. Taking resources and taking slaves. All right, so continuing on, verse 14. That's why it says the heritage of oppressors, y'all, in verse 13. What people are the heritage of the oppressors today? The modern day Edomites. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Right. So he having all them children, and it's for death. They're all going to be fucking destroyed. These Edomites everywhere these elites, they trying to fulfill their enterprises. It's all going to fail. They will not be satisfied. They're going to be obliterated and go into captivity underneath us. And we're going to regain power over our lives and over our family. And they're going to become the ones that are subjugated and having to do what we tell them. They're going to become our slaves and beaten down, right? They're going to be the ones who, when in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be a blessing for us to multiply. For them, Esau ain't going to be able to multiply freely. Only when we need them to for slave labor. Right? Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Right? This is what happened when you let Edomites go unchecked. They take the whole world over and oppress. So soon, they're about to be checked, cold, wiped down. Right? We're going to have to delete some of them numbers. Verse 22, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So this place's destiny, America, is to be utterly destroyed. and the Edomites, the daughter of Babylon, in the kingdom, they're going to go back down to their lowly position until eventually, after the 1,000 years, they will be wiped the fuck out from off the face of the earth, y'all. And that's going to be a good day. And us, the Israelites, the ones who oppressed us, right? What are they going to come do to us? Isaiah, think for a second. Isaiah, oh, no. 40, let me think for a second, y'all, so I can, oh yeah, tripping, 60, Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down to thee at the sole of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Right? So they're going to be down, and we're going to be at the top. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all they like to Akim wa Akwa, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Shalom.